All right, here we are with lesson 814, day 2. We are going to practice our skills of stem and leaf plot, box plot, and then we are going to be able to independently practice a histogram as well. When we take a look at today's work, we have a stem and leaf plot set up, and for us to remember how to do that, I want you to be reminded that the stem is going to be the number in the tens place, and the leaf is going to be the number in the ones place. So when we have a number like 15, this is the tens place, and this one is the ones place. And so these are going to be the leaves or leaves, and the tens are going to be the stems. And that kind of rhymes, 10 stems. So let's take a look at our data. And the first number that we have is 15. So I'm going to put my 1, because that's my 10, as my stem, and my leaf is going to be 5. My next number is 27. I'm going to put a 2, and then I have only one number in the 20s, so I just have one leaf there as well. 38, I have a 3 and an 8, and I have 3 49s. So in order to do this correctly, I'm going to make my 4 for my 10s. I have 1, 2, 3 9s, and that represents 49, 49, and 49. Moving on to the next number, we have 50, and we have to put the 0 there. We have 60. We need to also put the 0 there so that we're making sure that we're accurately representing our number 60 with our 10s and our 1s place. And we have a 70. And after 70, we have 71 and 78. Our data here is put in numerical order, so it's very easy for me to put together my stem and leaf plot correctly and accurately. We want our leaves to be in sequential order, and that is what I'm able to do when I've rearranged things into sequential order from smallest to greatest, or minimum to maximum. The next number I have is 80. My 0 over there. I have an 81, an 82, and an 88. Now, the cool thing about this information is on a stem and leaf plot, I can pretty quickly see which number would be something we call the mode. And I'm going to introduce that to you right now. We don't have to worry too much about knowing it to mastery, but I'm going to write it over here, mode, and that is the most data. And so our most data is in our 80 range. When I take a look at that, that has the most leaves on the right side of it, so that would be our most. And now we are going to go ahead and we'll figure out how to make our box plot again. And I'm going to go back up to our data and identify the minimum and the maximum. So I'm going to, the minimum is 15, which is right smack in the middle of those two numbers, 10 and 20. So that's my min, and that's 15. My maximum is 88. So I'm going to go over here, and I am going to estimate where 88 would be. You notice I've got a line that is vertical, that is kind of floating up above the number line. And I'm going to label that max, and I'm labeling that 88 as well. One of the other things I want to bring your attention to is take a look at this number line. The scale of this number line is skip counting by tens. And when we skip count by tens, it's very similar to the way that we've been making most of our histograms this year. Our histograms are usually a bin from 10 up to 20, 20 up to 30, and so forth. And now it's time to identify the median. So going back up to the the data. I cross off from each end. Oops, did that one twice. And this is a weird thing. My data, my median, is between these two numbers. Now, I cannot say that my median is 60 to 70. I have to go over here, and to find my median, I am going to add 60 plus 70 to get 130. And then I'm going to do 130 divided by 2. The reason I divide it by 2 is because I have two pieces of data here. And I'm comparing 2 and how many times it goes into 13, and that would be 6. 6 times 2 is 12, so I go ahead and I do my subtraction, and then I bring down my 0. 2 goes into 10 5 times, so my median is 65. And I need to figure out where 65 is here. It's right between 60 and 70. And this is my median, and I'm going to write 65. Okay, so now we're going to find our quartiles, and I'm going to get my other highlighter out so we can do that. And here we go. So let's find the first quartile. I'm going to cross out this number and the 60. And it looks like I have two numbers here, but they are the same number. So my first quartile is going to be at 49. One Q 49. And then I'm going to go up here and figure out my third quartile. And I have the number 80. Box 3Q is 80. And there you go.